Hi, I'm Matthew Lapp, host of Matthew Lapp Train Guy Segment Show. Also today in this segment I'm at Scheve Park in Mascoutah, Illinois. Scheve Park is located on Harper Road and West Harnett Street in Mascoutah, Illinois. The park features a playground area, the city swimming pool, some baseball fields, a volleyball area, and a ton of trees and a lot you'll find in the park. Also, the park features a railroad depot from the Lousiville, Nashville, and caboose from the Texas and Pacific Railroad and Missouri Pacific Railroad, and a passenger coach from the Chicago and Alton Railroad as well. What you see right behind me is Chicago and Alton 500. Chicago and Alton 500 was built by Pullman in 1900 and is a business car. This car was once used on the back of passenger trains many years ago, and executives rode inside this car as well. Then it was likely used by the Baltimore and Ohio Railroad when the railroad merged to Baltimore and Ohio. Then later on this car was retired and got put on display at Scheve Park next to the depot, and it was added with tables inside as well. And it can be reserved for group events as well. And also, on this side, it says Rosequist Express as well. What you see right behind me is Missouri Pacific 12125. Missouri Pacific 12125 was built by the Texas and Pacific Railroad shops in Marshall, Texas in 1929 and is a steel caboose and assigned Union Pacific Class CA-19. This caboose was originally used for the Texas and Pacific Railroad, and the number it had was originally numbered somewhere between 2501 and 2592. Then the Texas and Pacific Railroad was acquired by the Missouri Pacific Railroad. Between 1966 and 1971, the caboose was rebuilt by the Missouri Pacific Railroad shops in Sedalia, Missouri, and was renumbered 12125. Also, this caboose was used on freight trains for many years and was at the back of the freight trains and was used as the train crew's office. Then later on it was retired and then came to be put on display here at Scheve Park in Mascoutah, Illinois, where it is on display today. What you see right behind me is the Lousiville, Nashville, Mascoutah Depot. The Lousiville and Nashville Mascoutah Depot was built in 1870 and was originally served by the St. Louis and Southeastern Railway. Till 1879, the Nashville, Chattanooga, and St. Louis Railroad bought the railroad and the depot was served by the railroad. Then, in 1880, the railroad was taken over by the Lousiville and Nashville Railroad, and for many years the depot was used in passenger service by the railroad, and passengers would buy their tickets inside and go on a train to somewhere, and passengers would ride on a train into Mascoutah, Illinois as well. Then later on the depot was retired, and in 1975 the town bought the depot from the railroad and then moved it to this spot at Scheve Park in Mascoutah, Illinois, where it is seen today as well. And also the depot can be reserved for group events as well. Okay, you can see behind me up there, that's a depot signal which was used to alert trains to stop or to proceed. it's been part of this depot for a number of years. And the depot has been in its original spot in Mascoutah till ending up here in Scheve Park in where it is today. Well, I hope you all enjoyed learning about trains with me today in Matthew Lapp Train Guy segment show. Also, I hope to see you all again in the next segment. And if you didn't subscribe to my channel just yet, please be sure to. The button is just down below. And also, if you didn't give my Facebook page a like yet, here's where you can find it. As well as the Instagram page, here's where you can find it. Be sure to give it a like and be sure to give it a follow as well. And also be sure to get your merch at teesprings.com. Link is in the description box below. And so is the Facebook page and Instagram page. And remember to subscribe to the Train Guy. So this is Matthew Lapp, host of Matthew Lapp Train Guy segment show. Sign out. Until next time, all aboard.